Okay, Bugha VOD Review 1. It's been a while since I've done a VOD review series, but, like, after playing the Intel Cup and doing horribly with all the teams that I've tried out during it, I just kind of realized that my game sense is at an all-time low, especially with all these new map changes, new mobility, new meta. So in this, I'm going to be trying to look at a few options. So Bugha, first game of the Cash Cup, queued in a late lobby, just like he would in an actual tournament, and W keyed the hell out of it. He did pretty nuts. He dropped a 32 bomb his first game, and I believe this is it. So I'm gonna be reviewing Bugha, Clicks, and Chap, probably. Just kind of trying to see, like, for starters, drop spots, where do people go for high kill games, for passive gameplay, for all of that, like, where do people end up going? Second thing I want to VOD review is rotating mid games. Mid games into end game, I guess. Probably, like, third to fourth circle is where I'm going to be more specific, because we died to nades 3 games, and we died to an early mid game fight 4th game. And then same for 5th game, I believe. Something like that. We thought we had a really good drop spot. We didn't. And as far as learning from our mistakes, I think it's just that we need to find a new drop spot. And I think contesting a POI is definitely going to be a lot better. There's not going to be game audio, just because I don't want to get copyrighted for stuff on someone's Twitch channel. That happened last time, and that was kind of annoying. So starting off, let's see where the Bugha lands, I guess. Set this to 2 times. So starting off, Bugha lands Yacht, which is actually pretty interesting. I tried this out for a trio spot, but just found that it didn't have enough loot. But if the Bugha says so, the Bugha says so. Bugha, okay, so I want to start. So we see Bugha sees us getting contested. And he just instantly looks like he's dropped here for probably a few days in scrims. Now he's, yeah, this spot is kind of the most alpha spot on them. Yacht, just because, so in my solo experience, it's better to go down and to the left, back behind where Vault was, because once you get to where Vault was, it just kind of becomes really simple to go on the side of the boat and dip out, or just take the fight. But I guess for trios, because yeah, there's not enough loot that you can just get the 5 chests there and dip out. So yeah, I guess we're gonna see Bugha playing this. So apparently you can shoot through the netting. I guess that's a feature. And again, they're just kind of playing passive off spawn. They're not jumping in, they're not pushing in. Bugha's getting mats. Because I think the one thing with landing any place that's not a POI is, like, you're just not going to have mats. Bugha really likes the charge shotgun. I think that's something we know. Just kind of playing angles with it. Definitely seems like the way to go. Not really just hopping in, just kind of, yeah. Playing smarter angles. As far as Bugha taking fights, one thing I've noticed recently is he's just, like, cranking less, Some people would say that's maybe why he isn't placing as well, but old Bugha was just kind of known for cranking, PG wager community, that was kind of all Bugha and Clicks. But he's just cranking less, just kind of playing angles. I think that might be more of the meta with this shotgun. There have been a lot of mixed ratings of it. A lot of people don't like it. So Bugha takes snipers for the squad. Makes sense. Pretty nuts with snipers. One thing about Yacht is there's just not a lot of ammo, not a lot of mats. There's barely enough chests to support trios. I actually wrote Yacht off as a landing spot just because, you know, Yacht. Alright, so starting our notes. Bugha game 1. Lands. Height. Plays. Angle. Man, I really can't type today. Plays angles and doesn't hop in. And then as far as this trio, so I think we know for sure that he wins this game with 32 kills. Then as far so even in solos, one thing I've noticed is it's worth learning the Yacht because in solos it is the easiest place to rotate out of. You can go any way, twice running speed, and you have a helicopter if you win Yacht, you know, or if you land in front of boat, you can just use helicopter to dip out. Getting pressured too hard. Okay, so they instantly push Pleasant. Avery and Jamper take Whirlpool. Bugha takes Helicopter. Don't question my spelling, guys. Don't question it. I believe Bugha got a glitch where he couldn't hop out of the helicopter because Fortnite. Oh my gosh. Bro, he's just... I mean, helicopter damage, kind of nuts. He's taking advantage. Yeah. So one thing I'm noticing is for Storm Surge, he gets his thirst before, the rest of the tree gets the kills, so... And honestly, that's one kind of nuts thing about this gameplay is, like... Not nuts, but just, like, generally smarter than other people, is Bugha's already using stuff like helicopter damage to builds that a lot of, you know, casual players would immediately do in arenas, right? Because they've been playing with helicopters for months. You know, Bugha instantly picks that up in competitive and says, okay, well, they've just finished fighting off spawn at Pleasant. Odds are they don't have a ton of builds. You know, even if they have better loot than us, they have, you know, less builds probably. Because look at how much mats Bugha has, right? Obviously, you can add on probably 100 to each of those, but Bugha definitely is chilling on the mats. And then the second thing is just kind of abuses server lag for spray kills up close. BM's teammate for Storm Surge. And he does strictly carry a charged shotgun. Strictly uses charge shotgun. Plays angles. Cranks less. I think Bugha here sees his next victim. Obviously, this is going to be a long one. Because we're about to review multiple games from Bugha. And I haven't pre-seen any of this content, so... I don't know if, I don't know how long each of these games takes. Yeah. So I don't know if him using the water really counts as natural mobility, but I think it's definite that like we see him not taking land mobility. And then also I don't know if this is him and Jamper flanking them or what. Obviously as a very mechanical team, they can take their fights. Okay, so now Bugha does hop in box, so mid-game hops in boxes. Okay. Flank tax 1 trio member. I guess we'll just call that a flank attack. Even though him and Jamper end up taking a full-fledged fight here on this other kid. Yeah, Bugha's cranking so much less. Normally he would take it like a build battle. Old Bugha at least. But yeah, and I believe he does have to reboot Avery here. You can kind of... Yeah. Alright, really? Just plays PG box fights. Plays PG box fights. So I guess a good way to practice mid-game fights is just doing 3v3 PG box fights with the charged shotgun. Now, right here, I kind of do have to criticize Bugha. He's taking 2 fights at once, kind of leaving Avery to die. Avery's been knocked at this point. And yeah, and Bugha's just now going for his card now for that fight. And then this is just kind of a useful tactic, but split reboot. 1 gets card. 1 reboot. Man, I can't type today. 1 reboots. Guess reboot. Bro, that looked like a disaster waiting to happen. And as far as what to give the guy rebooting, because that's always a common question. I in my trio so far, we've just kind of said, oh, that's based on the rules, but you just give him ammo. I'm pretty sure Bugha's IGL, Avery's support, and Jamper's fragger, or I don't know. Honestly, I'm just not gonna say. Not gonna say what if I don't know. Maybe Bugha's fragger, or they all hate charges. I don't know. It could be any of those. A lot of people do hate charges. So right now, Bugha's on 6 kills. It looks like Bugha is fragger and Jamper's IGL and Avery's... Don't know what Avery is. Rotation-wise, it doesn't even look like he's just playing it smart or anything. He just looks like, yeah, he's gonna kill whoever gets in his way on his rotate. I think right there we can see he's using a macro for double movement buns. Just because he's going full left, full right. Fights. Whatever. I'm curious to see how Bugha plays mid games if he gets zone, because right now he's only kind of running from zone. You know, like, okay, yeah, so he does drop mats and ammo to Avery. Right now, Yeah, he's just whitelining it, you know? Fighting whoever's in his path. Here, I don't think... I don't know. So the thing with Bugha at this point, it looks like he's just fighting whoever's in his path. We'll see if he fights people on rotate. But so far, he's just playing this like Clix used to. Just kind of not playing scrims, you know, just keen. Maybe Bugha's the new Clix, dude. Don't quote me on that. He doesn't stop to farm. Doesn't stop to farm. Takes natural mobility. Okay, so at this point we see him kind of deviate from zone. I don't know if y'all heard him, but this is a direct quote, "Screw helicopter players." Ooh, this kid's not having a good day. Yeah, shoots down helis, self-destructs it. Honestly, I feel like helicopters really could screw you over endgame if you let them stay there. I just don't know if in any pro lobby they would ever stay alive. For fraggers out there, Bugha's just kind of sitting there waiting for snipes. There's no bloom or recoil on purple and gold hunting rifles, so it has perfect center screen accuracy. Just kind of has the bloom there to look natural. I don't know if that's intentional by Epic or what. Yeah, Bugha's definitely fragger. For sure. Not even just off his kill count, but you know, at this point, like, yeah. So Bugha and Jamper. Avery's such an off player. Like, don't take this as offense to Avery, but like, it doesn't seem like he's IGLing. It doesn't seem like he's supporting. It does not seem like he's fragging. I guess Avery's a support player that maybe plays frag or endgame based off of some of the endgames I've seen from them. Okay, so Bugha's straight up walking up to a full metal base and getting in. Okay, props to Bugha. Okay, so for this dude to push a full trio that confidently, he is definitely hopping in boxes. He is not... So he doesn't play for high ground. He hops in boxes. Doesn't play high... Just hops in boxes. And that kind of does bring to mind the question... Are build fights meta anymore? No, not really? Okay, cool. Alright. Takes nades over a bolt, despite having a snipe kill. So he'll take nades over a purple sniper. I guess he just takes utility. Yeah, because his tracking aim is good enough, he can just hop in. One thing I'm noticing is he's still keeping his aim and really more his awareness consistent, even on lower FPS, because you can see he's dropping down to like the 110 level. Keeps awareness consistent, even with. And then we see him chase a kill. So from this, I am kind of seeing that build fighting is a significantly smaller part of how he plays. Honestly, his fight awareness at this point is honestly pretty nuts. And he's running about the same ping that I do, so this is especially applicable for me. And as far as Jamper leading them, Jamper's just like, yeah, bro, let's keep keen. Bugha, just do your thing. Okay, so one thing I am noticing, Bugha, he always stands still to get pre-fight AR/snipe damage. Like, instead of building up, he's just gonna... Yeah, he's just gonna stand still for damage. Jamper carries an RPG. And also, I just want you guys to know, he's got 12 ping. So, if you're 0 ping, or 0 to 20 ping, right? Like I do. He is dealing with the same server lag as everybody else, but he still plays it like a 0 pinger. You know? And also, I'm noting he changed his mouse. He's on a G Pro wireless now. Interesting choice, because it's a little bit heavier, but... You know, maybe that's why he's build fighting less. So as soon as 5th circle pop... Okay, he just got so blessed here. But... I guess... of course he's gonna contest height. Like, surely. Okay, so he carries an AUG and an AR. Dealing with lobbyist spray, his answer is just kind of, okay, let's play mid-tarp. Concedes... Concedes height. Doesn't... You know, one thing I'm noticing is that he was the person, like, if you play your mid game so aggressive that you can't get, like, lobby spray, I don't know, maybe this is just that everybody knew it was Bugha at this point, but I really feel like everybody just saw him pushing these mid-game fights and was like, yeah, that dude's killed 30% of the lobby by the end of the game, right? But at this point, 10% of the lobby, if you count teammate skills, 20% of the lobby. And they're just like, yeah, no, we don't want to screw with this guy. You know? So they just don't need him in his fights. Oh, damn. Looks like... Okay, yeah. Okay, so... Basically, what I just wrote down is he concedes height 6th or 7th late game. Sorry, late side of zone. Launches to the front side of zone and pressures backside. An old height. This other thing is he keeps launching to front of zone. So another thing I'm noticing is he IGLs late game and frags. Waits to loot goblin. Right there, that kill really just got him stacked. Let me make sure this is on. Alright, it's on 1080p. I guess that's just a stream. Right here, he gets pretty thirsty for kills, given that he only has Chug Splashes as his main heal. He's just burnt so much mats retaking. Uses heals immediately. Yeah, him and Jamper just they hold high ground. They take high ground 6th or 7th circle and they don't let go of it. I think the important thing is that they have one guy cranking and then they have one guy launching to the front side of zone and cranking. And that way they don't need map refreshes. They just connect and one person doesn't have to tarp for half of it. So overall, I'm gonna write down one last note, which is that, yeah, it's what I literally just said, but it's that takes turns tarping from front backside of zone. Now, obviously, we haven't seen him play mid-tarp. Maybe, you know, he gets screwed over playing a mid-tarp. Maybe he just never lets himself play a mid-tarp, you know, and loses a lot of games that way. I don't know. But obviously, this has been a crazy game from Bugha. 33, not 32 kills. 33 kills. and a win. Really, really nuts. If you like this VOD review, please let me know down in the comments. I'll keep uploading these if people like them. I know a lot of people liked my old series. By a lot of people, I mean like 20 out of my 40 subscribers. But still, you know. Use code Bugha until I get a code. And peace.